Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Admiral Cisco right back at you. Last night, Simon did a quick update video on his website, on his YouTube channel. That's about 24 or 25 minutes long, discussing what should have been, the George Floyd tragedy. But Simon, once again, lo and behold, was more concerned about putting his boyfriend Donald Trump's dick in his mouth and sucking on it instead of discussing the murder of George Floyd, as had been requested by his listeners. His video was very disgusting. The only thing that I agreed with would be the paid protesters. That's the only thing I agree with Simon on in that video. But as far as it goes with the shit he said about Donald Trump, just constantly fucking sucking his dick, and it was more about Donald Trump than anything. But one thing he did, ladies and gentlemen, that just really irritated me to no end, that spoke directly to his racism, is he kept referring to George Floyd as the black guy, and he sounded like he had an attitude about it in his voice. He didn't discuss nothing about extraterrestrials or his bug-eyed alien friends and, what they have to say about police genocide on the black race. He had nothing to say about that, and I didn't expect him to talk about that because he's always been very, very secretive about the black race and what's apparently, what's in store for us, whether negative or positive. But I'm gonna leave a link at the bottom of this video below. You guys need to just hear the whole thing. It was flat out disgusting how he kept referring to George Floyd as the black guy. Again, he seemed more concerned about Donald Trump, and he seemed to be tooting his horn like he seems like he's gung-ho proud and hopeful that Trump initiates martial law in America. It seems like he wanted to brag about that, and didn't give a damn what was going on or about any of the tragedies. He also spoke about Hong Kong, and I just don't understand what the fuck that had to do with the George Floyd tragedy. I'm actually surprised he even came out and said just that, But once again, ladies and gentlemen, especially the people that watch my show, this is more proof that Simon Parks of the Exopolitics community has absolutely zero intention of speaking on what's going on in the world when it pertains to other nationalities. Unless it's white people, unless it's Eastern Indian people, he doesn't have a problem talking about Asian people. But when it specifically comes to black people, he has a fucking problem with it because he's a racist old piece of shit, and he don't want us knowing anything. But I do want to say this to you, Simon, just in case one of your listeners bring this to your attention, that there were 4 major murders around the United States and Canada. Rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. He was killed by a man that had, I think he was an ex-cop or he was an ex-DA, but whatever, he had ties to the cops and the DA out of Georgia, the state of Georgia. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. This young sister was sleeping in her apartment, and you had these old funky ass fucking cops open fire, shot her up over 8 times, and they went to the wrong house. Her or her boyfriend, they weren't even the target. They recently dropped the charges on the boyfriend for shooting back at the cops and hitting one of them. Too bad he didn't blow the motherfucker's brains out, because that'd have served him right. Serving a no-knock warrant. Piece of shit fucking cops. Then you had George Floyd. Rest in peace to this brother. The whole world saw and looked on in utter disgust as that racist piece of shit cop had his neck on this man, had his knee on this man's neck for over 8 fucking minutes and killed him. Rest in peace to Regis Korchinski Paquet, or Paquet. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing her last name correctly. This sister was murdered by race soldier police officers in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and pushed her off of the balcony of a 24 or 26 story. It looked like a condo or an apartment complex, and she fell to her death. Just in case Simon or some of your people bring this to you and you don't know. So while you're making little snarky fucking comments about how, well, if martial law comes in here and the military just gonna open fire, this, that, and the other, because you don't give a shit because it didn't happen to a white person. Well, this is what's going on. And we in America and Canada and elsewhere around the world is tired of the white supremacy mindset, and we're tired of being murdered by fucking cops. For your fucking information, you old decrepit racist piece of shit bastard. Fuck you. I don't appreciate what you said about George Floyd, referring to him as, the black guy and the black guy. Fuck you. Get his name straight. His name is George Floyd. It was George Floyd. You're a racist piece of shit, and I'm going to continue to shit on you every chance I get. Tired of this motherfucker, and I'm tired of the Exopolitics community doing this old foul ass shit. We'll never come together, and it's because of people like you. Anyway, I done said what I needed to say. Once again, Simon back on that racist bullshit of his, and the link is down below. The whole 25 minute quick video he did is worth listening to. The only thing I agree with Simon on is the fact that that there were paid protesters to help damage the country. But as far as it goes with you not saying shit about George Floyd, fuck you, man. But it goes back to your status quo. I can't talk about the niggas because I don't want these people being empowered, and these people don't need to know their extraterrestrial background or what my alien friends have to say. But fuck you, Simon. You's a bitch. You's a racist, and you're a piece of shit. Admiral Cisco signing off.